In this video, I'll be covering question 4, part A from the 2012 AP Calculus AB Free Response No Calculator Allowed portion of the exam. I cover parts A, B, C, and D all in their own individual videos, so if you want to see those other solutions, please check out my other videos. Alright, so part A here just wants us to go ahead and find the derivative of this function they've given us up top here, f of x. So we'll start off and we've got f of x equals the square root of 25 minus x squared. The first thing you want to do before you go rushing in to take a derivative is look for a handful of algebraic rewrites. And anytime you see a root in a problem, that is one of the ones you want to be on the lookout for. So anytime you've got x to some power inside a root, you want to rewrite that as x to the power divided by the root. So if you had something like the cube root of x to the fifth, you'd want to rewrite that as x to the power of 5 over the root of 3. So on this problem, we've got all this stuff inside here is really to the first power, and then there's an unwritten 2 for our square root. So we would rewrite this before we get going as 25 minus x squared to the power of 1 over the root of 2. So that's just a rewrite only to get to that point. Now we look at that and we say, how do I take the derivative of that? Well, what we've got going on here is a function inside another function. This is a classic chain rule setup. So we're going to need to apply our chain rule here. My chain rule recipe that I use goes d in times d out. I'm going to take the derivative of whatever's inside those parentheses, and then this power is my outside derivative. So looking at this problem, the inside piece is this 25 minus x squared. So putting together our derivative, we would get f prime of x equals the derivative of 25, that's a constant, it would be 0. The derivative of negative x squared, that's a power rule. So you're going to bring the 2 down. That'll be a negative 2, and then x, and then subtracting 1 from the power would get us x to the first. So there's the derivative of our inside. Then the derivative of the outside is really just a giant power rule. You're going to bring that 1/2 down in front. You leave alone all the stuff you already took the derivative of, and then you're going to subtract 1 from the power. So 1/2 minus 1 gets us negative 1/2. From here, we would just do a little bit of a cleanup on this to get our final answer for our derivative. So I've got a 2 here that's going to cancel out with that 1/2. That's going to get me negative x. And then what I'm going to do with this other piece, this is the other rewrite that you would always be on the lookout for. Usually what you're doing is when you've got a number over x to a power, you would bring that x up from the bottom to the top and make that power negative. So if we had like 5 over x to the third, we would have rewritten this as 5x to the negative 3 before we took our derivative. On this situation, what we're going to do is we're basically undoing that rewrite. We're taking that negative exponent and we're putting it back down to the bottom of the fraction. So we've got negative x, and now this is going to be over 25 minus x squared to the positive 1/2. Or if we wanted to, we could take that and make that negative x over the square root of 25 minus x squared. So there's our derivative, done with part A. We get 2 points out of that. Thanks for watching my video. If you liked it, please click that like button and subscribe. And also share it with your friends and anyone else you know who might be crying about an upcoming AP Calc test. You can find more videos from me, more sample AP Calc questions, and my complete AP Calc study guide over at my website, apcalcprep.com. Have a great one.